let's talk about this year, because I'm guessing you're going to be issuing a token. That's a big move. And then I'm also curious how that plays in the whole ecosystem and just what the plans are for that.
Yeah, and it's, this is where the company gets really exciting, right? This is something we're so excited about, right? Because, I'll step back and talk a little bit about our infrastructure. We decided to build our own layer 1 blockchain because we did not feel that any of the existing systems would be acceptable to both regulators and to the institutions that we want to bring in to come trade on our exchange, right? So initially, it started to look a little bit like a DYDX, where we have our own chain, we are our own exchange that sits on top of this chain. We did use Tendermint as a consensus engine. Now we have made some alterations to that consensus engine to allow for more parallelism, as well as asynchronous transaction processing, which is really exciting. And we, we need to be able to control the infrastructure from the regulator's perspective, right? Like when it comes to when it comes to these assets classes that have already again, experienced some degree of regulation, the powers that be when it comes to the regulatory bodies, they need to know where the data is being stored, who's storing it. Being able to ensure that we have some degree of control of this is really important, right? So we're not necessarily truly decentralized. We are a permissioned chain. And we believe to bring this next $1 trillion of assets into these types of ecosystems, it's so critical to understand that there's a trade-off between decentralization and ultimately what is seen as speed. That's a trade-off that nobody gets away from, and ultimately when you look at distributed computing as a whole, it becomes a physics problem, right?
And we see this right now with Visa, MasterCard, with maybe the Merck, with banks. They can do these large amounts of high-speed transactions.
Tremendously fast. And the fastest blockchain in the world is processing blocks in 400 milliseconds, 300 milliseconds. The New York Stock Exchange and the CME, they process trades in nanoseconds, right? So to compete with that, we had to make a decision about speed versus decentralization. So we are quasi-centralized as an organization, right? Now, we take all of the best aspects from the decentralized world and we stay true to a decentralized ethos. But when it comes to the way that we run our network, if we really want to go compete with the big boys, there's no choice, right? Until there is a very serious leap in quantum networking, which is coming, but that's 50 years away. That's 50 years away at least. But yeah, kind of back to the token and how it kind of powers our ecosystem. From the blockchain's point of view, which I'm going to talk about the exchange and I'm going to talk about the blockchain separately. But from the blockchain's point of view, the token is meant to act as a security mechanism. It is a proof of stake network, but that network is also being designed to house other high speed financial applications, right? As we started to develop the infrastructure, we found and we created something that was form fit and picture perfect for trading commodities at a very high rate of speed, right? And especially their derivatives, where to bring this to another L1 ecosystem, we would have had to suffer too many setbacks and too many hits to performance and to speed. But we have now created something general enough where I want to see the next NASDAQ built on this infrastructure. I want to see the next NYSE for trading securities, bonds, treasuries, other assets. And we are encouraging builders of those types of products to come build on top of us, right? Which is really, really exciting. If we can become the ecosystem and the infrastructure for traditional finance, that's the dream, that's the goal. And again, it's almost evolved to something bigger right now.
What the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals. And that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best and hope you come join us.
What we're calling the GCX, the Global Commodities Exchange, is our keystone application. We as a company will never develop another application outside of that, right? Like that's for other builders to do. We will maintain the chain and we will build this commodity derivatives exchange and this physical commodities exchange. But again, we're already in the process of talking with other builders for a number of really exciting traditional assets. And I can't mention too much about these yet, but please keep an eye out because it's absolutely
stocks, bonds.
It's going to blow this thing out of the water.
Yeah,
man.
I love it.
It's going to be really exciting. Now, when it comes to the commodities exchange and the way that we've created a feedback loop from the tokens perspective, the validators obviously are being paid out in our token. Transaction fees are being paid out in our token, but we don't require users to hold it, right? All transaction fees are paid out of the trade, so you don't, it's not like you're running out of gas to trade, or when you're in a tight situation when it comes to your trading window and your ability to execute for the sake of the gain. We want to create as fluid of an experience as possible from the UI perspective, but we have created this feedback mechanism whereby as volume increases, the token price will increase. And that is, that's critically important, not only to the users, but also to, the potential investors and speculators on this token. We are still working on exactly when the launch will be. We are not trying to time the market. I'm not sitting here looking at my watch like, oh, I think this is the best time to launch because here's where Bitcoin's going to be. Like, we're focused on creating a good business that has good fundamentals, right? The token price will do what it is supposed to if we accomplish our core goal of creating a very effective business that turns, that effectively turns, consumer need into ultimately into money for the business and for the ecosystem. So, that's very much our focus. We do believe the launch will be sometime in the next 6 months. I don't want to say exactly when yet, but we're very excited about it. We have, the absolute tier one partners already lined up to market make for us. Amber Group is one of them. We're so excited to have them as a liquidity provider. And it's going to go off with a bang, man. We have a number of, really exciting partners that we're going to start to announce that are helping not only with, some incoming private sales, but also with marketing and the launch, right? And these are the best names in crypto.
Amazing. And the volume will directly be shown in the price of the token. That's the idea, is that the more your volume you're going to do, the more desire there will be for that token, because they'll have to validate more transactions.
Yeah, and it kind of comes down to like the velocity of money and like ultimately scarcity within the market itself, right? But we do have this exponentially decaying curve for initial rewards that are going to go out to validators that will effectively drive the price up. And we've been working with Shane Molidor over at Forged. Forged is an incredible company, but they've really helped us perfect a lot of our tokenomics and ensure, and they've done, they did Pudgy Penguin's launch. They've done a number of really, really successful launches. Okay. They're their consulting firm, and if you're a creator of a blockchain product and you're looking for a piece of software to help with tokenomics, I highly suggest you check out Forged. It's free. You can talk to Shane if you want, and he's got a world-class team. But I can't say enough about how much that product has really helped us ensure that we have a successful launch when it comes to the token.
So important. It's so important. I've seen great ideas with great founders, with great moats and great IP tanked because of a bad launch and bad tokenomics. And I've seen guys that are really well versed in everything about starting a company who don't know a damn thing about a token. And in this world, in this sector, that can kill you. Mm-hmm. And so this is very important.
Yeah, we're really excited to have Republic as a partner as well. So they've been helping tremendously with the tokenomics, and they're also validating our chain for us.
Amazing.
Validation Cloud is another one that's really acting as a tier one validator for our chain already in testnet. If you're interested in validating on testnet, please reach out to me.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.